So today we're going to be learning how to make your own lip gloss. Okay, so the things that you're going to need first are 1 to 2 toothpicks, a plastic spoon, a microwavable bowl, scented lotion, Vaseline, and old eyeshadow, so something you're not going to mind getting messed up. I have 2 here, just in case, and we only need 1. So then you're going to want to use some old lipstick, something you're not going to mind like losing or wasting, because just something old. See how mine's messy? Okay. So to start out, you're going to take your Vaseline, which this is the base for your lip gloss. So the base, so however much lip gloss you're going to want is however much you're going to want to put in. So you're just going to open that up. I'm going to take a handful, however much you want. I'm just going to take a little bit right here, about a spoonful. And you're going to put it into your microwavable bowl. And hope you get that off. You can use a toothpick. So it's kind of hard to get off the spoon, so keep that in mind. Okay, so now you're going to take your amount and you're going to microwave it. You're only going to be microwaving it for about a minute to a minute and a half. That's just to soften it up so that everything will mix in fine. Okay, so I already have one that's already been microwaved, and that's what it's going to look like. You don't want it so that's the point where it's going to be liquidy. You just want it softened up so that everything will be able to mix, right? So now what you're going to want to do is let it cool. I've been letting mine cool for about 15 minutes maybe, so that's about right. Okay, and now you're going to take your eyeshadow and you're just going to open that up, and that's about, for me, that's like a light pink. So you're going to take your toothpick and just hold it over your microwave bowl. So, and you're just going to chip it off into there. However much you're going to need. Remember, the darker or the more you put in, the darker it's going to be. So, I used a good amount, but now you're going to want to mix it all up, making sure that there are no lumps. So, you are going to get a lighter color because the Vaseline will take a lot of that color. So, it's going to be lighter than the color that you originally put in, but that's why you're going to use more depending on how dark you want it. So, making sure that I don't have any lumps or anything in there. And the Vaseline is actually really good for your lips, so and there you go. And right now you're going to have a color that's about that. And now you're going to take your scented lotion, being careful that you only put a small amount in there, which this will give it its scent. Okay, there we go. I mean, if you want it to smell strong, you can put more in there. But for me, I just have about that much. Okay, and you're going to stir that in there. Real well. And this is lightening it up a tad bit, so keep that in mind. But it's also going to make it a little bit smoother. So, now I have this. And just to give it some pigment and basically make it darker and give it more pigment, you'll be using your lipstick. So, take your toothpick and just kind of scrape some off in there, making sure to get it real in there. And it will change the color, not that much, but just enough. So, you can also use lighter lipsticks. This was just the lipstick that I had. And you keep in mind you can keep any color. You can pick any colors that you want. These were just the ones that I had. So, then you're going to stir it together. You really want to put it in there. So, mix it really well. Okay. So now I have a color looking like that. And I put slightly more lipstick in, so it is darker. And finally, what you're going to want to do is you're going to take this and put it into the freezer for about 30 minutes. So, I already did this earlier, so I have mine. But before you put it into the freezer, you're going to want to put it into your container. So in this case, we have just a small cap. I'm using the old lotion cap. So you're just going to want to put it into there. So just take it and just get however much you're going to need. In this case, I have this. I had some extra lotion in there. Hold on. Okay. And then you're going to put it into the freezer for about 30 minutes. But since I did this earlier, we have ours right here. And the reason that you're putting it into the freezer is it gives it just hard enough, because that's too smooth to put on your lips, so it won't stick. But after you put it into the freezer, it'll be just hard enough. So that's how you make it.